So the other day, I was watching a video from a guy that I watch regularly who usually uploads pretty good content around fitness, like training and nutrition. And in his video, he was talking about how he's going to be switching from conventional bodybuilding training to more functional, like kettlebell style training, which is all good stuff. Like kettlebell training is very effective in terms of like preserving your joints and flexibility and functional training. But in the video, the guy went on to say that he would recommend it to his viewers because it is also shown to be good for hypertrophy. I'm sure he's completely telling the truth, but the reason I take an issue with influencers promoting their new way of training as the best way to train is that they did not build their physiques this way. To put it simply, fitness influencers are using their bodies as an advertisement for their online content and their training programs. So when they try and promote their new way of training and their new training plans with like the cover page of them with their ripped physique and their six-pack abs, they're lying to you. Their new way of training will not make you look like them. The best example of this is the Chris Hemsworth, and he's like the actor of Thor, his app that he made, which is called the Center app, which he recently sold for around $200 million. The entire premise of this app, and I remember there was videos on YouTube like Natty or Knots, and there was videos about his personal trainer or something. The whole premise of this app basically and those videos was that if you follow the advice and training plans in this app, then you will look like Thor eventually. But if you actually go into the app, as people have done on YouTube and reviews and things like that, you'll see that it's all very functional, like kettlebell swings, push-ups, mountain climbers, basically all the kind of things that you see personal trainers doing with their clients in the gym. And are PT clients ever in shape? No, they're fat as fuck. Chris Hemsworth did not build his physique Thor doing functional kettlebell swings. He built it doing conventional bodybuilding along with a shit ton of chicken and broccoli. Don't worry though, it is not the end of the world that there are so many influencers out there lying to you about how they attain their physiques. And also for Chris Hemsworth, I'm sure that he actually does do this kind of functional training. Now that he's 40 and he's got serious back pain and it hurts just to walk. But that's less because of the bodybuilding training that likes to be demonized in certain spaces of the fitness industry, saying that it's bad for your joints and bad for your overall health. It is if you're doing it with a shit ton of steroids. First of all, I'd recommend you listen to people like me, people who are just starting their channels, people on like sub 10k subscribers who are still building up to their peak physique. Like I'm obviously nowhere near it. Any advice that people like me in my position are going to be giving you is just pure honest advice on how we're trying to attain those top physiques. And you got to think of it as a bit of an investment. Maybe I won't turn out looking as good as Thor, but if you do the basics right, like I'm trying to teach you guys, you will get somewhere eventually. Second of all, there are plenty of honest fitness influencers out there. People like Coach Greg, he does loads of great videos about the basics, same as like Joe Delaney. But I'd recommend, if you're trying to build like a certain physique, you find a physique that you like, you click on that person's channel or their Instagram or whatever, just go all the way to the bottom or like filter it from oldest to newest and look at their original videos, their original advice from before the time that they run out of ideas. At the end of the day, as long as you're training 3 to 4 times a week, applying progressive overload, eating a diet low in processed food and high in meat, rice, vegetables, with a couple of scoops of protein powder here and there, you'll probably be just fine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Please don't take it as advice not to listen to anything that fitness influencers say. I'm just letting you know that their new ways of training will not necessarily be the best way to achieve your desired physique.